Have you ever wondered if the secret to a happier, healthier life in your golden years could be as simple as choosing the right friends? Well, folks, it just might be. As we cruise through our 60s, 70s and beyond, the people we surround ourselves with become more crucial than ever before. Picture this: you're at a gathering, looking around at the faces of friends and family. Some bring a smile to your face, while others might make you furrow your brow a bit. Now here's the kicker. These very people could hold the key to how well you age, both in body and mind. Remember the last time you had a chat that left you feeling on top of the world? Now, think about a conversation that drained the life out of you. The difference isn't just in your mood, it's actually changing your brain and body chemistry. That's right. Every interaction you have is like a little workout for your brain. You've probably heard the saying, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Well, it turns out there's some real science backing that up, especially when it comes to aging. Our brains, believe it or not, are still pretty flexible even in our later years. They're constantly being shaped by our day-to-day interactions. But here's the catch: not all friendships are created equal. As we navigate this chapter of our lives, it's more important than ever to be picky about who we let into our inner circle. Now, I'm not saying you should go and cut ties with everyone who doesn't make you feel like $1,000,000, but it is about recognizing that at this stage of the game, we've earned the right to choose who we spend our precious time with. In the next few sections, we're going to take a look at 5 types of people who might be holding you back from living your best life in these golden years. We'll talk about why these relationships might be problematic, how to spot them, and most importantly, what you can do about it without causing a family feud. Remember, this isn't about pointing fingers or placing blame. It's about empowering ourselves. It's about recognizing that at this stage of life, we've got the wisdom to shape our social circle in a way that helps us thrive. By understanding how our relationships affect us and making smart choices about who we spend time with, we're not just improving our day-to-day lives. We might even be adding years to our life and life to our years. So, are you ready to take a good hard look at your social circle and maybe shake things up a bit for a brighter, healthier future? Let's dive in and start with the first type of person you might want to reconsider having in your life: the eternal pessimist. Did you know that your friendships can literally change your brain? It's true. Scientists are uncovering some pretty amazing things about how our social connections impact the way we age, both mentally and physically. Think of your brain as a social muscle. The more you exercise it through positive interactions, the stronger and healthier it becomes. Recent studies show that folks with strong social ties have a much lower risk of cognitive decline as they age. It's like every stimulating conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of genuine connection is a little workout for your brain. But what exactly happens in our noggins when we engage in positive social interactions? It's fascinating stuff. Our brains release a cascade of feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin. These little messengers don't just make us feel good, they actually support cognitive function and might even help ward off conditions like Alzheimer's. On the flip side, social isolation and negative relationships can have the opposite effect. They ramp up stress, inflammation, and can speed up cognitive decline. It's as if every negative interaction wears away at our brain a little bit. Here's the good news, though. It's never too late to make positive changes. Your brain keeps the ability to form new neural connections throughout your life, a nifty little thing called neuroplasticity. That means by cultivating positive relationships and reducing negative interactions, you can literally reshape your brain for the better. So, the next time you're considering spending time with someone, ask yourself, does this person give my brain a positive workout? Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to nurture your brain health. As we move forward, we're going to explore specific types of people who might be negatively impacting your healthy aging journey. The first one? The eternal pessimist. But before we dive into that, take a moment and reflect. Who are the people in your life that really stimulate your mind and lift your spirits? How can you spend more time with them? After all, at this stage of life, we've earned the right to be a little selective about our social circles, haven't we? It's not about being antisocial. It's about making choices that keep us sharp, happy, and thriving well into our golden years. We all know someone who could find a cloud in every silver lining, don't we? While it's natural to have our down days, being around a chronic pessimist can be as draining as trying to swim upstream in molasses. Picture this. You're excited about a new hobby you've taken up. Maybe you've decided to try your hand at watercolor painting, or finally learn to play that guitar that's been gathering dust in the corner. You share your enthusiasm with a friend, and their response is, "At our age, why bother starting something new now?" How does that make you feel? Like someone just let all the air out of your balloon, right? Here's the kicker. That deflated feeling isn't just in your head. Constant exposure to negativity can actually change your brain chemistry. It's like letting someone pour sand in your mental gas tank. Over time, it can lead to a whole host of health issues, from heart problems to a weakened immune system. Who needs that, especially now? But don't worry, you don't have to cut these Debbie Downers out of your life entirely. Here are a few strategies for dealing with pessimists. Set boundaries. Limit the time you spend with them, especially when you're feeling vulnerable. Practice redirection. When they start down a negative path, gently steer the conversation to more positive topics. That's tough, but hey, did you hear about the new community garden? Model optimism. Sometimes your positive attitude can be contagious. Be the change you want to see in the conversation. Remember, at this stage of life, you've earned the right to protect your positivity. It's not selfish, it's self-care. And let's face it, maintaining a sunny outlook can be challenging enough without someone constantly trying to rain on your parade. So, the next time you find yourself bracing for a bout of negativity, ask yourself, is this interaction adding value to my life, or is it just adding wrinkles? You might be surprised at how liberating it feels to choose positivity. But you're retired. You have all the time in the world. How many times have you heard that one? It's a common misconception that retirement means endless free time. In reality, these years are a gift, an opportunity to pursue passions, spend quality time with loved ones, and engage in activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Time. It's the one resource we can't replenish, and it becomes increasingly precious as we age. Yet some people in our lives may not respect the value of our time, especially in retirement. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself saying yes to commitments you'd rather not make, just because someone assumed you had nothing better to do? Or maybe you've put off that class you wanted to take or that trip you've been dreaming about because someone else's needs always seem to come first. Here's the truth. Your time is valuable, regardless of your employment status. In fact, as we age, time becomes our most precious commodity. It's not just about having free hours in the day, it's about having the energy and health to enjoy those hours doing what matters most to you. So, how do we protect our time from well-meaning time thieves? Here are a few tips. Learn to say no. It's okay to decline invitations or requests that don't align with your priorities. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm not available for that. Communicate your schedule. Let people know you have commitments. Prioritize activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. If it doesn't make you smile or help you grow, maybe it doesn't deserve a spot on your calendar. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's necessary. You've spent decades taking care of others. Now it's time to ensure you're taking care of yourself too. The next time someone tries to lay claim to your time without considering your wishes, pause and ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my precious hours? Your time is your own. and you have every right to spend it in ways that enrich your life. After all, these are your golden years. Isn't it time they sparkled exactly the way you want them to? We've all encountered them. Those people who seem to have an opinion about everything you do, wear, or say. Maybe it's the neighbor who raises an eyebrow at your new hobby, or the relative who can't help but comment on your lifestyle choices. In our golden years, these judgmental critics can be particularly challenging to deal with. You're going back to college at your age? Should you really be wearing that? I thought you'd have settled down by now. Sound familiar? These seemingly innocuous comments can chip away at our self-esteem and make us question our choices, even after decades of life experience. Here's the thing. At this stage of life, you've earned the right to be unapologetically you. You've weathered life's storms, celebrated its joys, and learned valuable lessons along the way. Your experiences have shaped you into the unique individual you are today. So why let someone else's narrow expectations define you? Dealing with judgmental critics requires a mix of self-assurance and gentle boundary setting. Here are a few strategies to consider. Trust your journey. Remember, no one knows your story better than you do. Your choices reflect your experiences and values. Respond with confidence. A simple, "I appreciate your concern, but I'm happy with my decision," can work wonders. Seek supportive connections. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your growth and choices rather than questioning them. Use humor. Sometimes, a light-hearted response can deflect criticism and diffuse tension. Remember, embracing your authentic self isn't just about feeling good, it's about living a fulfilling life. Studies show that people who feel free to express their true selves experience better mental health and overall life satisfaction. So the next time someone offers unsolicited criticism, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I'm not here to meet someone else's expectations. I'm here to live my best life. After all, isn't that what these golden years are all about? Skydiving? At your age? Here's a truth bomb. There's no expiration date on dreams. Your 60s, 70s, and beyond can be some of the most exciting and fulfilling years of your life. With a lifetime of experience under your belt and the wisdom to know what truly matters, you're in a prime position to chase those dreams you may have put on hold. Did you know that Grandma Moses didn't start painting until she was 76, or that Colonel Sanders was 62 when he franchised Kentucky Fried Chicken? History is full of late bloomers who prove it's never too late to start something new or pursue a passion. So how do we keep our aspirations alive in the face of naysayers? Here are some strategies. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and adapt. Your brain remains plastic and capable of learning new skills. Seek inspiration from fellow late bloomers. Surround yourself with stories of people who achieved great things later in life. Set realistic but ambitious goals. Break big dreams into manageable steps. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Find a support system. Connect with like-minded individuals who encourage your aspirations. Online communities can be great for this. Remember your why. Keep the reason behind your dreams front and center. It'll help you push through when things get tough. The beauty of pursuing dreams in your golden years is that you're doing it for the pure joy and fulfillment, not because of societal expectations or pressure. You have the freedom to explore, fail, learn, and succeed on your own terms. So the next time someone tries to deflate your dreams, smile and remember, your age is not a limit, it's an asset. You have the experience, the wisdom, and the time to make those dreams a reality. After all, who says the golden years can't also be the dream-chasing years? Let's talk about something we've all encountered. Those well-meaning folks who unknowingly make it harder for us to stay healthy as we age. You know the type. The friend who insists you don't need that walk, or the relative who pushes you to overeat because life's too short. Picture this. You're at a family gathering trying to stick to your new eating plan. Your sister slides an extra slice of pie onto your plate with a wink. "Oh, come on," she says, "you're not getting any younger. Enjoy yourself." It's a small moment, but one that can derail your best intentions. Or maybe it's your old college buddy calling you up for happy hour when you're trying to cut back on drinking. "One won't hurt," he cajoles. "We're not spring chickens anymore. We deserve some fun." These moments might seem harmless, but they add up. Your health journey is personal and important, especially now. It's about feeling good, staying active, and making the most of these golden years. So how do we handle these health saboteurs without causing a fuss? It starts with clear communication. Next time Aunt Martha tries to force-feed you her famous cookies, try saying, "They look delicious, but I'm focusing on my health right now. How about we go for a walk together instead?" You might be surprised at how understanding people can be when you explain your goals, and for those persistent cases. Sometimes it's about finding new ways to connect. Instead of that weekly wine night, why not suggest a cooking class or a gentle yoga session? You're not just protecting your health. You're opening doors to new, enriching experiences. Your body is your greatest ally in these golden years. By setting gentle but firm boundaries, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding vibrant life to those years. So next time you face a health saboteur, stand tall. Your body, your choices, your vibrant future. Now, let's pause for a moment. We've talked about all these challenging relationships, but here's where the rubber meets the road. It's time for a bit of honest soul-searching about your own social circle. Close your eyes for a second. Think about the last few social interactions you've had. Who left you feeling energized, like you could conquer the world? And who left you feeling, well, like you needed a nap? This isn't about pointing fingers or assigning blame. It's about understanding how the people in your life impact your well-being. It's about recognizing that at this stage of life, you have the right and the wisdom to choose your company carefully. Think about your dreams, your goals for these golden years. Who cheers you on? Who gives you that look that says, "At your age, consider your time," that precious, irreplaceable resource? Who respects it? Who seems to think you have endless amounts to spare? And what about your authentic self? We all have that person who makes us feel like we can be completely, unabashedly ourselves. And then there are those who make us feel like we need to put on an act. Which relationships dominate your life? This reflection might bring up some uncomfortable truths. Maybe you'll realize that some long-standing relationships aren't serving you as well as they could. That's okay. This isn't about making drastic cuts in your social life. It's about gently reshaping your social landscape to support the life you want to lead. You've taken that hard look at your social circle, and now you're facing a delicate dance. How to create some space without causing hurt feelings. Welcome to the art of graceful distancing. Think of it like adjusting the dials on an old radio. You're not switching it off completely. You're just fine-tuning to get the best reception. It's about making small, subtle changes that can have a big impact. Sometimes it's as simple as changing the nature of your interactions, that regular coffee date that always turns into a complaint session. Why not suggest a walk in the park instead? A change of scenery can often lead to a change in conversation. For those persistent energy drains, consider limiting the time you spend together. It's okay to have shorter, more purposeful interactions. A quick chat over the fence or a brief phone call can maintain the connection without the exhaustion. The key is to be kind, both to others and to yourself. You're not being selfish, you're curating your life experience. It's about creating space for the positive without burning bridges. As you start to shift your energy towards more uplifting relationships, you might find those challenging connections naturally fading into the background. It's like tending a garden. When you focus on nurturing the blooms, the weeds often take care of themselves. Remember, this isn't about dramatic gestures or confrontations. It's about small, consistent choices that gradually reshape your social landscape. You have the right to surround yourself with positivity and support. After all, these are your golden years. Shouldn't they be spent in good company? Now that we've done some gentle pruning in our social garden, it's time for the exciting part: cultivating new connections and deepening the positive ones we already have. This is where your golden years really start to shine. Think about what truly lights you up. What are the passions you've always wanted to explore, the interests you've put on the back burner? Now's the time to dive in and connect with others who share your enthusiasm. The beauty of this stage of life is that you know yourself. You know what you like, what you value, and you don't have time for pretense. Use that self-knowledge as your compass as you seek out new connections. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Join that class you've been eyeing. Volunteer for a cause close to your heart. Attend community events that spark your interest. You'll be amazed at the kindred spirits you might meet. And don't forget, cultivating positive connections isn't just about finding new friends. It's also about deepening the good relationships you already have. Those people who always lift your spirits. Make it a point to spend more quality time with them. Your new social blueprint is all about quality over quantity. It's about surrounding yourself with people who make you feel alive, who challenge you to grow, and who remind you of the joy and wonder that every day can bring. So go ahead, step out into the world with an open heart and a curious mind. Your best connections may still be waiting to be made. After all, these golden years, they're your time to shine.